everybody? It's 6:02 Monday, February 17th, President's Day. I'm not sure if I checked in the morning. I'll have to check back my footage, but today was a good day. You're in listing a whole bunch of books and stuff on Marketplace, and I got a decent amount of textbooks for my engineering days. So I'm selling a lot of them because I don't even need them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. So I'm just selling them. And then I am heading back to the studio. I'm gonna do some groceries, eat dinner, and go to sleep. Today, I did a little bit of work on my car. I changed the engine air filter on my car because I don't know when the last time it's been changed, and it has 125 or 124,000 miles on it. And the last owner didn't drive it for many years, so I figured I'd change it. And then I also changed the serpentine belt. On cold starts, the car squeals like on cold starts. I don't know why. I think it's the serpentine belt. And when I took it out, it was quite worn. So it might be slipping. Say, put a new one on, $30, just put one on. Yeah. Now, the other thing I want to do is, I'm going to do a seafoam treatment on the engine, where there's a product called Seafoam. It's used to clean the built-up carbon in the engine and in the fuel and in the engine and everywhere, right? So I'm planning to do that probably, well, they advise to do it about 100 to 300 miles before your next oil change. So to put it in the, you put about 1 ounce for every quart of oil in the oil, I think it's called the crankcase, where the oil goes. So I plan to do that closer to the next oil change. And then they also say to put it in your fuel, about 1 ounce for every gallon of fuel. And that's to help clean the engine fuel and just all the lines there. So I'll do that. And then finally they say to spray it inside the throttle so it can clean out the fuel injectors. So I'll do that there. I'll probably do everything closer to my next oil change. Or I might do it closer to my next fill up in the fuel. And I'll do it probably next weekend. I'll do it in the fuel tank and in the throttle body. And then I'll do it in the oil on my next oil change. But you do it in the oil because what happens is all that stuff or closer to the oil change, because all that stuff, all the gunk all the carbon will collect into the oil, and then you're going to drain it and then put new fresh oil in it, right? So that's the reasoning. So yesterday I was thinking about what skills I need to learn for 2025 and just what I need to learn in general to be a capable human being, a capable man. One of those things is cars, working on cars. I'm doing all the maintenance myself. We got that done. Another thing I think is important is being able to shoot a gun and handle a firearm to protect your family. So that's the plan this year, 2025. The other thing is being able to drive a manual transmission. I plan to get a manual car similar to this. Maybe I'll need to fix it up a little bit, but it'll be a manual car where I drive a manual transmission. So we learn how to do that. Obviously self-defense with all the kickboxing classes I'm taking. So firearms, manual transmission, self-defense, cars. And then welding. I think welding is an important skill. The reason being, I already know how to do machining with my machine shop, but I don't know anything about welding. And I think in an emergency situation, if you know how to weld, you can fix a lot of shit. So, I'm gonna learn how to weld this year. Then also I have a book list that I plan to read this whole year too, because I realized I'm not reading. I used to be a bookworm. I used to read a lot, but now I've just been working instead of reading. And I think it's a catch-22, because working you're getting shit done, but when reading you're not expanding your mind by not reading, and you're not trying to learn new things in different areas. Broaden your thinking, broaden your vocabulary. I think reading is a very important skill. A lot of the most successful people in the world were voracious readers. They read throughout their whole childhood, many hours a day. I think it's important. Just like it's exercise for your body to do training, to eat healthy, exercise for your mind to read and think and problem solve. Also, I realized I'm spending a lot of time in YouTube and doing this and that, where I might as well just read. Big plans for 2025. In general, I'm changing as a person quite a bit. Becoming more capable and becoming more confident. Got a long ways to go, but I think this is the time to develop those skills in your 20s and to really push yourself. Because when you got people depending on you, for example in your 30s, when you start building a family, you have people depending on you. You can't be fucking around learning this stuff, right? Otherwise other people are affected. Also, you'll realize the average man is typically a pussy and not able to really stick up for themselves. They're not able to fight. They're not able to do any of these things. And we want to be exceptional. I think the goal is to strive to be exceptional in all aspects. And as an engineer, you should be an exceptional engineer, understanding how things work. I think your engineering degree is useless if you can't use it to understand how the world works and how things function and how mechanisms function. You can do thermodynamics but have no clue how to freaking change your engine oil. It doesn't matter. You know, it's stupid. One last thought before I sign off for the day. I realized working on cars just how much of a marvel the industrial combustion engine is. And honestly, fuck electric cars, man. I'm driving a 96 Camry and it drives perfect. And it's so easy to maintain. And so the maintenance is so easy. Now, electric cars are a whole other fucking beast. I mean, you got a massive battery pack. That shit ain't gonna last 30 years. No fucking way. Battery pack won't last that long. Oak Road. Maybe you get like 10 years, 12, 15 years on a battery pack. And then that's like the whole cost of the car is the battery. And you just got a whole bunch of shit that can go wrong too. Not to mention you're dependent on the electrical grid. I mean, gas is like everywhere. You know, you go to the most rural parts of the country, they all have gas. Nobody has a fucking electrical charging station, you know, in the most rural parts. So I'm thinking, like, if you're in a war zone or you're in a place where shit has gone down, there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to charge your electric car. Whereas if you have a gas car, you can siphon gas out of a whole bunch of other cars. And boom, you're good to go. But I just fucking love cars. And I hate the fact that I'm in California and California is actively trying to get rid of industrial internal combustion engine cars. Sucks. But I think with President Trump, I think he's not that. I don't think he cares too much about that, like the climate change people do, which is cool. I think he'll put California governor in check when it comes to replacing industrial combustion or internal combustion engine cars. Because there was a whole initiative to literally have all cars be electric by, all new cars be electric by 2020, I don't know, 2030 or something. I thought that's ridiculous. Not to mention, literally, if you look at the actual contaminators of the world, it's fucking China. I mean, me driving a car, an IC car, is nothing compared to the factories and the emissions that factories in China produce. It's insane. I'm sure there's some statistic that shows the emissions of China versus the US. Because that you literally have to wear a mask in the city of Beijing. That's what I've been told by my friends. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know the air quality is pretty fucking terrible in China. Alright. Anyways, I will... What are you doing, bro? Gotta pass. Alright. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.